Alright, so, as all of you know, I'm sure, at least everyone who cares about BlazBlue, knows that Central Fiction will not be getting a dub. Now, this is important because every single BlazBlue game has been dubbed into English. It's very odd that the last one, the most important one, as it concludes Ragnar's story, is not being dubbed in English. I find it odd, and I'm sure everyone else does as well. Now, I think this is important because, well, and while I do not know why and what the reasoning is as to why this game has not been confirmed for an English dub, this is important because there's a lot of people, quite a large amount, at least what seems like a large amount of the fan base, seems to be upset about this. Now, I know, at the end of the day, this is just a fighting game, and people will want to play it because it's a fighting game. But there is a good handful of people who enjoy the story mode, myself included, and it was nice with English voices, and I know the Japanese dub is not bad at all. I enjoyed almost as much as I enjoy the English dub, but it was nice hearing the game's dialogue in English. Now, I know not a lot of people care at the end of the day as well, because, like I said before, it is a fighting game, and whether it's in English or Japanese shouldn't matter too much. But a lot of people are disappointed in the end. Speaking of which, Patrick Seitz, the voice actor for Ragnar in English, he made a post on Facebook, pretty much talking about how he feels about BlazBlue not being dubbed and all that. And some important things is that he said he was disappointed by getting the news, and he's especially disappointed to get it via tweet. Because Axis didn't necessarily mention this until people started tweeting at them about it. And Axis said, and I quote, "Basically boiled down to game now with no dub, game 6 to 8 months later with a dub. We made a tough decision, but stick by it." End quote. And I think it's worth mentioning that it's pretty odd to say that, you know, why are they just mentioning this now? Why would it take 6 to 8 months from now for the game to be dubbed? It's pretty odd, and you would think that, hey, you know, you would be prepared for this. But while I do not know how this localization process works, you would just assume that, you know, you would do this months in advance. Now, this could probably be out of Axis Games' control, since, like I just said, I don't really know how any of this works. It's just interesting to think about, and makes you wonder, what was the reason? For all we know, it could have been Arc System Works themselves, thinking, hey, and this is what my friend mentioned, since Guilty Gear Revelator did not, you know, have a dub and sold relatively well, maybe they thought BlazBlue would be the same with no dub. Of course, this is all just speculation, and none of it is true. It's just a thought. Food for thought, you know? But, anyway, there's a petition going on right now. It has about 425 signatures, and while I personally don't think these petition things are very good, it's something to let your voice be heard, aside from just tweeting angry tweets at Axis and Arc System Works. So, if you could, and if you care about the English dub in BlazBlue Central Fiction, give this petition a signature. I'm sure the more signatures it gets, the more likely something can happen. something is better than nothing, I guess. And while I don't know if this actually will affect anything, it's just nice to think about you helped. You did something. You tried to make a difference. And that's all that really matters. I'll leave a link to the petition and to Patrick Site's Facebook post in the description. And with that, that's all I really wanted to ramble about. Because that's all this really was. Rambling. I don't really do discussion things, and I don't really plan on doing more of them, but just leave your thoughts in the comments. I wouldn't mind talking about all this with everyone. Everyone who cares anyway. But that'll do it for me. Have a good day.